Mustafa Kemal Atatürk's story begins in 1881. In Salonica, then part of the Ottoman Empire. Born into a modest family, he would grow up during one of the most difficult and transformative periods in the history of his nation. Mustafa lost his father at a young age and spent part of his childhood with his family in the countryside. These early years were shaped by hardship, responsibility, and the changing conditions of the Ottoman Empire. In 1893, Mustafa entered the military secondary school in Salonica. Here, his mathematics teacher gave him the additional name Kemal, meaning maturity and excellence. From that moment, he became known as Mustafa Kemal. In 1896, Mustafa Kemal continued his education at the Monastir Military High School. During these years, he became increasingly interested in history, literature, freedom, and the future of his country. In 1899, he entered the Ottoman Military Academy in Istanbul. His disciplined personality, strategic thinking, and interest in national affairs became more visible during his academy years. After completing military school, Mustafa Kemal continued his education at the Ottoman Staff College. He studied military strategy while also closely following the political problems facing the empire. In 1905, Mustafa Kemal graduated as a staff captain. He was now a professional officer, but his ambitions extended beyond an ordinary military career. He believed that his country needed deep political and social change. In 1911, Mustafa Kemal secretly traveled to Tripoli to resist the Italian invasion. Working with limited resources, he helped organize local forces and gained valuable battlefield experience. In 1915, Mustafa Kemal became one of the most important commanders of the Gallipoli Campaign. His decisions at critical moments helped stop the Allied advance and made his name known across the Ottoman Empire. Gallipoli became one of the defining victories of his military career. Following his success at Gallipoli, Mustafa Kemal was promoted to Major General. On the Eastern Front, forces under his command recaptured Mush and Bitlis. His reputation as a determined and capable commander continued to grow. On May 19, 1919, Mustafa Kemal arrived in Samsun. This moment is widely regarded as the beginning of the Turkish national struggle. He believed that the independence of the nation could only be achieved through the determination and unity of its people. Later in 1919, Mustafa Kemal led the Erzurum and Sivas Congresses. Representatives from different regions gathered around a common goal: national independence and resistance against occupation. The foundations of an organized national movement were now being established. On April 23, 1920, the Grand National Assembly opened in Ankara. Mustafa Kemal became its first president, and Ankara emerged as the center of the national struggle. Political authority was now being placed directly in the hands of the nation. In 1921, Mustafa Kemal personally commanded Turkish forces during the Battle of Sakarya. After weeks of intense fighting, the advancing Greek army was stopped. Following the victory, he received the rank of Field Marshal and the title of Ghazi. In August 1922, Mustafa Kemal launched the Great Offensive. The decisive victory at Dumlupinar broke the main strength of the occupying Greek army. The military phase of the Turkish War of Independence was approaching its victorious conclusion. On October 29, 1923, the Republic of Türkiye was proclaimed. Mustafa Kemal became the country's first president. A new state had emerged from years of occupation, resistance, sacrifice, and war. In 1928, Turkey adopted a new Latin-based alphabet. Mustafa Kemal personally supported public education efforts and introduced the new letters to citizens. The reform aimed to increase literacy and accelerate the country's modernization. In 1934, the Turkish parliament gave Mustafa Kemal the surname Atatürk, meaning father of the Turks. By this time, his reforms had transformed education, law, public life, government, and the social structure of the country. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk passed away at Dolmabahce Palace in Istanbul on November 10, 1938. He was 57 years old. From a child born in Salonica to a soldier, commander, revolutionary leader, and the founder of the Republic of Türkiye, his life changed the course of an entire nation. His principles, reforms, and vision continue to influence Turkey and inspire millions of people today. This was the evolution of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk from 1881 to 1938. Who would you like to see next in the Historics 360 Evolution series? Write your choice in the comments and subscribe to Historics 360 for more videos about the lives and transformations of world leaders, historical figures, athletes, celebrities, and influential people.